Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick.
Hi.
Nick, we got to go right into a big topic. We got to go deep.
Okay.
We got to talk about this P. Diddy, Puff Daddy situation.
All right. And tell everybody about it.
So while people have been, living under a rock, and Sean Puffy Combs is all his houses, like in New York,
Yeah.
LA, and Miami, right? He has three. They all got raided at the same time,
All of them. Oh shit.
at the same exact time. It was like a coordinated effort
Hmm.
and rated at the same time. And obviously, if you're rating somebody's house,
Yeah.
you have credible evidence that there's stuff in there that's going to put this dude away for a long time and put other people away for a long time.
Well, I've raided people's houses before, but I was just looking for like Cheetos. I was high as shit, and I was like, yo, I gotta raid this motherfucker's house.
I had a friend of mine that fucking went through my friend's window in the middle of the night and just fucking ate and watched TV. And then my man got up in the middle of the night. He's like, "The fuck you doing in here? How'd you get in?"
It's
And
awesome.
that was Malarson going into my friend Ray's window in his
Oh
fucking
my
house back in the day.
God.
Uh-huh. It was
Sick
crazy.
fuck.
But anyway, like P. Diddy, it was sex trafficking minors that
Yeah.
he is getting accused of. And now, like this stuff has been going on. There's been like a little bit links, going on in the past, like I would say few months, with I don't know if you know Cassie, the singer. She had that song "You and Me."
How's it go?
You and me. Da, da, da. Right, that's not helping anybody.
Nope,
Um,
definitely not.
yeah, it's like it's basically like she was singing about giving a dude a blowjob.
Oh yeah, that's the
Heard I
second time you
was good,
mentioned that. You
right? You heard
mentioned that
I
on
was
here
good.
before, yeah.
So that's the song. And when Cassie came out with that song, she was like 14, 15 years old, talking about
Really?
giving blowjobs to dudes and saying she's the best.
Wow.
And she was the one that came out and accused P. Diddy of sex trafficking her,
Really?
and basically like in 2005 or whatever, when she was 15, I mean, when she first came out with the song, guess who was the executive producer? Puff fucking Daddy.
Yeah.
So Puff Daddy he has like shit going on back until like 1990 when he came out, and when he started like Uptown Records and then made his way to Bad Boy.
Hmm.
He had numerous lawsuits. He had one lawsuit with an R&B singer, Aaron Hall, that he allegedly, this is all allegedly sexually assaulted a friend at the music industry, and then beat her several days later when confronted about it.
Hmm.
And he has like there's another assault with Joy Dickerson after going on a date. She was like 19 at the time, that he
Hmm.
sexually assaulted her, videotaped it, and then all like guns, numerous other assaults.
Hmm.
Besides Cassie, he had another woman that came out recently and basically saying like he did like the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like no secret
Hmm.
about it either, how like and then the industry it was coming along, and then it kept creeping out more and more, like when the women like brought it to New York to the
Hmm.
district attorney. It was kind of like swept under the rug almost. Like you kind of heard of it, but you really didn't. But then you
Okay.
started seeing more videos come out. Lyman B. Nusso actually sent a video of this the day before his house got raided, where it was like Justin Bieber when he was a little kid and Usher when he was a little kid stayed at P. Diddy's house. And then
Really?
P. Diddy's like showing them around and giving them champagne when they were a kid, having these hookers all around the house
Hmm.
and shit like that. Like that's not really good for a little kid to see. Meanwhile, he's kind of like, you know, showing him that, which is pretty fucking sick, if you ask me. And then
Yeah. I mean,
besides
Diddy's
Cassie, another one, Ventura, she was another girl that came out accusing P. Diddy of all this shit, Joe. So yeah.
Diddy's the new Michael Jackson, is what you're trying to tell me.
See, I don't think Michael Jackson did a lot of that shit.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Like looking at him, I think he was just like a little fucked up.
You don't
But
think he was snugging up? You don't think he was snugging up with fucking
I think you would have heard it by now. You would have heard it from people, especially like a
we
guy like
did. We did
Macaulay
hear it,
Culkin.
Mike.
Yeah, but
We did hear it.
it doesn't seem like they were credible stories. But yeah, listen, I don't know.
Dude,
That's just me guessing.
Macaulay Culkin didn't say anything because he's a goddamn bazillionaire, and he was like, throw Michael Jackson under the bus. His fucking Neverland Ranch was pretty goddamn sick. I got my first blowjob at fucking like 8 years old from fucking some Peruvian fucking hooker, or or just live out the rest of my life as a crackhead with my millions of dollars and not tell people that I got butt raped by Michael Jackson.
That's probably the way to go.
Right?
Yeah, yeah, you might be
Okay.
right.
Right.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
everybody wants to admit that they were butt raped by Michael fucking Jackson.
well, I mean, I wouldn't want to. Actually, you know what? Some people probably do. Hey, Michael Jackson loved me. He
Dude,
banged
what
me.
is what does Macaulay Culkin have to gain? He has the riches.
He
Listen, there's
does.
women that have been fucking raped that don't say a goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because of fear of fucking of people thinking that they didn't get fucking raped, retaliation, all that type of shit. So people don't believe these people about Michael Jackson anyway. So Macaulay Culkin, why would he want to go down as the guy that now nobody believes?
Yeah, I know. Like you're right. He got a good point on that one. I
Him and
didn't.
Corey Feldman, they probably hung out together. Like, dude, we're not saying
No,
anything.
Corey's opened his mouth. He's telling everybody what happened. Him
Oh,
and
really?
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, one of them, whoever died. Haim, I think, died.
Corey Haim died. He was the coolest guy on the planet, man. That sucks that he died.
Yeah, listen, like, but those two apparently they were like forced into a lot of that kind of same shit that you're seeing now.
Hmm.
I mean, I think I told you the Nickelodeon special came out with the Nickelodeon fucking pervert. Now all this shit is coming to the surface. Now we're hearing a lot of these nasty fucking things. And I don't
Yeah.
want to get sidetracked, but you're probably going to see me go in different directions because there's so much information coming out. Apparently, in this fucking evil Hollywood place, in order for you to become like the next, um, big shot in
Yeah.
Hollywood, got to take it up the ass. Apparently, P. Diddy fucking sodomized fucking Justin Bieber.
Wow.
And then yeah, so then it's like, and that's why you see kind of like Justin Bieber kind of got like fucked up. He just got fucked up. And you
Uh-huh.
see a lot of these kids that are young, that are successful, they end up fucked up, and you just kind of wonder, what's the reason. But yeah, they
Yo,
have those kind of links.
I would let Diddy fuck me in my ass to be the next big thing.
See, that's the thing. Like, so you're different. A lot of people like, what? I don't want him. He's like, imagine Diddy's fuck. He's like, take that.
Yeah. I would just
Showing
start
you to
rapping.
watch.
I'd be like, I'd be rapping P. Diddy lines while he's banging me in my ass. I'd be laughing all the way to the fucking bank too. Like, I'm a grown man now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all right, yeah. I let Diddy take a ride. Big deal. I'm a 40-year-old man.
Listen, I'm glad you could admit that. If that's the case, apparently a lot of people can't, like Macaulay Culkin.
No,
Remember
I
the
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would
remember the
not let him.
Chappelle? Remember the Chappelle skit with P Diddy? He's like, breast milk can make my day. He wanted these motherfuckers to go and fucking get breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant, and then he drinks the milk, and then he's clanging the fucking empty bottle. Yo, Dave Chappelle, man. Dave Chappelle is one that knows some shit in Hollywood because that
Oh
motherfucker,
yeah,
he left for a while. Like he couldn't take it.
yeah,
And then he fucking came back. And he
yeah.
still, he had some fucking shit he wouldn't say. But there was a lot of this shit that he knows. He
Oh
fucking
sure.
definitely knows about it. A lot of people do too. And it
Yeah.
was, after hearing the news of Puff, guess what 50 Cent put on Instagram?
What?
So 50 Cent posted a milk carton with a picture of Jay-Z on the back, right? And he said this under his caption. He's like, anybody seen Jay? LOL. Puff said that Ninja ain't answering his phone. LOL. So Jay-Z is the fucking next in line.
Oh,
If 50 Cent knows and he's coming out putting
wow,
that shit on Instagram for everybody to see, he's
wow,
calling out Jay. And then,
wow,
if you think about it, remember, I don't know if you follow Pop, but Jay-Z,
wow.
Beyonce had a big argument in that elevator. They were
Yeah.
furious at it. They were furious, yelling, and for Jay cheating and whatever. And now, if you notice, like the last couple months, I don't know if you've seen Beyonce, but she turned white, bro. She's turning
Really?
into Michael Jackson. She must be so scared out of the allegations that she's fucking turning white like a ghost.
What do you mean turning white skin color?
Yeah, look at her, bro. It's crazy.
I know that she stole country music from
Oh
the white
yeah,
people. She
yeah, of
stole it.
course.
That's
Texas
like
Hold'em.
Eminem. You know, Eminem stole the rap from the black people, so now she's stealing the fucking country from the white people.
Right, can't we all just share and get along with the fuck? We
Damn,
can't.
she is looking white.
Oh, she got mad. Yo, because she's terrified. She must be so like, she must get scared. Like, what's gonna happen with JC because she's gonna be linked up into it because she has to know some shit's going on.
Wow.
Just like J Lo did when she went out with P Diddy back in the day. She had to know some fucking shit was going on. Dude, this Hollywood shit is crazy. You
What's the
know,
matter with these
it's
people, man?
dude.
These
You know,
people are sick, bro.
Saturn, the planet that Saturn,
Yeah, I've heard of it.
that
I've heard of
ring
it.
that goes around the solar system.
Yeah.
That's actually the second largest ring. You know what the first is? The Hollywood fucking pedo ring, the
You're
pedophile
sick.
ring.
You're
You know
sick
what I'm
fuck.
saying? It really is. And I guess what? Fucking P. Diddy, you know, he's gonna have a client list. Hopefully we get to see that before, you know, it's him and Epstein. Epstein had the whole fucking big shots. P. Diddy apparently has all the music
Wow.
industry on lockdown.
Wow.
You know, remember his like little white parties that shit he used to have on the yachts
Mm,
and all that stuff. Like it's all coming back.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I said I didn't want to be like everywhere on this, but they're saying like Justin Bieber could be next coming out for the shit that he's seen.
Wow.
So like Justin Bieber, for people that don't know, I don't know if you remember this too, Nick, but Justin Bieber, all of a sudden he abruptly canceled his tour one year. And
Okay.
that's when he just left his tour and went right into like he was going to church. I don't know if you remember him was going to this like hillside song, church, whatever. And he was going there like religiously, trying to get
Okay.
back to religion. Like he
Uh-huh.
felt like lost. I guess he was seeing so much shit in this fucking evil fucking industry.
Uh-huh.
So like he was talking, during Bible study to a lot of these people. This came out. This is true, but they tried to scrub it, from the internet. And I mean, it's a horrific story. But he was telling like the Bible members what went down, why he's trying to change.
Hmm.
So here we go. Bieber, had to take a break from the industry. He was attending a party with many other producers,
Hmm.
power agents, different but important figures in the music industry. And apparently, a young boy was brought to that party for sexual gratification of the industry elite, and
Hmm.
he was encouraged to sexually abuse it.
Wow.
And then Bieber went on record. He was like, "I didn't want to do this. I really didn't." They said the kid was drugged. It was horrible. Um,
Wow.
but the people made it clear to Bieber that he would gain entry into the business side of the industry if he
Yeah.
joined the club by
Right.
passing these initiation rights.
Wow.
That's what I was alluding to before about the initiation rights
Yeah.
with Puffy Combs fucking Bieber, sodomizing him.
Yeah.
And they said the path would open up like it did for Jay-Z. And it would
Wow.
make you, instead of being a millionaire, make you be more powerful and be a billionaire.
Jesus
And
Christ.
yeah. And he was encouraged to do that ritual, as they like to call it. And it said it haunted him and it freaked Bieber out that like he had to start going to church, get his life straight.
Yeah.
Because you seen him like with all the drugs and partying, like he had to like it felt like he was getting torn both ways. Like he's seen some shit and he's next that's gonna come out with a lot of more probably horrible, horrible fucking stories like that. And now it
Yeah.
came out on TMZ that one of Puff Daddy's neighbors in front of the camera crew outside the house,
Yep.
he's like, "Yo, ask Puff Daddy, what's all with these young kids coming out bus loads at 3 o'clock in the morning? It gets wild around here."
What?
I'm like, "Yo," and now you hear it's all unraveling. It's all
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
Like these secrets aren't, they're they're not fucking hiding no more. Just look up.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna get into it, but just look up uh, Bohemian Grave or some shit like that,
Hmm.
and whatever I forgot the name of it. But look up Bohemian Summit. It's like an underground club and shit. They fucking pray to and they do a lot of fucking sick shit, bro. These people are really, really fucking sick.
Dude, the fact that 50 Cent did that to Jay-Z, Jay-Z's the most powerful motherfucker
Think about it.
out there. And
Think
to take a shot like that, knowing that you are also just as powerful, almost. But like to say that something like that to Jay-Z, dude, Jay-Z's fucking like Illuminati shit.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
that.
I mean?
You're right. And 50 Cent like has the balls to come out on Instagram. Did you look it up on Instagram?
Yeah, yeah,
Right. Yo, it's crazy.
yeah.
And it's like, yo, it's for all out for the world to see.
Hmm.
It's like I think people because there's good people in the industry. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
And a lot of them are just like they're probably really happy to see finally something go down because
sure.
how do you take down a powerful fucking person?
Right.
P. Diddy tried to pay off these bitches. He tried to pay off Cassie,
Yeah.
but she came out, opened up the floodgate, and these girls gave the cops evidence. And then,
Right.
of course, now we're seeing it. So hopefully this motherfucker burns in hell and
Hmm.
all his fucking people he associates with.
Crazy, man.
They're evil. They're fucking evil.
You know what's funny? Oh, that's hold on. The claim originated from Australia. So there was just something that Mark Wahlberg turned down a $30 million role opposite Tom Hanks. He said, I'll pray for his soul, but I won't work with him.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's saying that it's not true, apparently.
That's
I,
what, yeah. No, but Tom Hanks that's a big rumor that he's down in that fucking clan.
yeah.
That motherfucker's fucking other things besides mermaids.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just fucking
Dude, it's coming apart at the seams, man.
crazy.
More people are gonna hear about some sick, twisted shit. That's why I keep telling people, be careful who you look up to. Be careful who your false idols are.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna bring me down to like this, Nick. This is what I want to talk about too. With like, think about like the introductory of gangster rap.
Yeah.
Remember like rap back in the day before gangster rap, before 1991. Like rap was about like lyricism. I think that's the word.
Like Rapper's Delight, like fun, lighthearted rap.
Yeah, fun, lighthearted. Like poetry.
Yeah.
Story, like good vibes. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then somewhere in 1991, gangster rap became like real relevant, and now they're saying it was created
Real what? Hold on. Let's just take it back a second. What was that word you said?
lyricism,
Prelevant?
relevant. I
Right. So
said I said relevant,
that's a mix of relevant and prevalent, I think. Right. So prelevant.
relevant.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure that that's what the word was. And
I
before,
don't
I just want to shout out as well
know
that
that word.
you turned the word R&B into RBN.
Well, listen, I'm glad you're clearing that up for the fucking listeners here. I didn't even realize I said that. Must be the jack. No, yeah. So now this is gonna get you crazy. So 1991, hip hop, I mean gangster rap started like bang, hit mainstream out of nowhere. So now it's coming out that this ex CIA guy, you can look it up, John Holmeston, he's a
Yeah,
retired agent for the CIA. He said gangster rap was purposely put in there. They were directed and paid. They were paying these rappers to go that route, even though they weren't thugs or gangsters, they wanted that to change. They wanted record labels to have these guys
yeah,
direct them what to sing about, make
right.
them famous, make them stars, make them a shitload of money,
Yeah.
right? And you think to yourself, now why would they want to change that? Why would they want to change a culture of rap music, criminal behavior? Why would you want to glorify that?
Yeah.
Acting like criminals, assaults, the violence, the carrying the guns.
Yeah.
Why, like why? And then now, if you look it up, there's a direct link between record labels at the time and what other institution you think?
The record labels. Wait, a direct
A direct
correlation.
link correlation between record labels and what other industry? What would
Um,
you take after me describing that they're trying to change the culture to be more violent, more criminal behavior? What do you think the link between record labels and this other industry would be?
the Popo.
Close. Private prisons.
Prisons.
So
Yeah.
hey,
Wow.
record labels, they get these guys, even though they're not fucking thugs and gangsters. You
Yeah.
rap about it, talk about it, create this culture, have your followers, your listeners, have them, oh, I gotta act hard, I gotta act like a criminal, I gotta do this, I gotta wear a different color, I gotta shoot this motherfucker, you know? And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit. So now you're filling up private prisons with all these fucking criminals because they needed more criminals back then in 1990. And
Hmm.
then all of a sudden, if you look at the numbers on these private prisons, they just shot through the roof from like early 90 to like close to like 2000. And it's kind of been like, you know, like stagnant,
Yeah.
since then. It just kind of like maintained a little bit, but it
Hmm.
was just such an enormous jump. So that's what they did. They brainwashed. Like, listen, I was like, growing up, listening to like, House of Pain, Cypress Hills, Biggie, all that shit. I was saying all that shit. I'm wearing my baggy pants, my
Right.
fucking hood, my fucking Timbs. I was in that too. Like, I was like brainwashed into that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then it's just funny, like now I ask you a question, like what happened if gangster rap never happened? If they were just rapping about good, peaceful things,
Right.
would we have like really bad neighborhoods? Would we have all these shootings? Would
If
we
they would
have all these criminals?
if they were rapping about blunts and broads, menage a trois, sex and expensive cars. Dude, Biggie Smalls he wasn't a supremely gangster rap dude. He was fucking
No,
lyrical with his
no,
shit. He was talking about banging bitches, selling some coke and shit like that. But he wasn't really, I mean, once in a while he talked about like shooting motherfuckers, but it wasn't all about it. And it was
not
done
all
in a
about it,
way, it
but it
was
was a
done
lot.
in a way, it was done in a way though that it wasn't like when you were done listening to a Biggie song, you were like, I gotta go kill somebody. Like, you know what I mean? There's songs though that you listen to, even say rock songs that amp me up so much that I'm like, motherfucker, I want to destroy something. You know what I mean? Biggie, even Tupac, he had some shit. Tupac wasn't a gangster motherfucker. Like, but that feud between them caused a rivalry between East Coast and West Coast. Neither of them were bad dudes, though. Neither of
That,
them were like super fucking gangster, like killer motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
that was set up, Nick.
Of course it was.
That's what they wanted. They wanted more violence.
Yeah. You
Not
couldn't
correct.
even you couldn't even go to the West Coast back in the day if you were an East Coast rapper. You'd have to fucking bring like a an army with you.
That's what they made it seem. They made it seem that way. They wanted
No,
other people involved. Like, dude, going back to Puff Daddy, who do you think fucking why do you think Biggie died? Who do you think killed Biggie? What did Biggie knew? What did he know about Puff Daddy?
I don't know.
He had to know something.
I
And
don't know.
Tupac at the time, he was talking about this. Remember the song Changes?
Right.
Like the life, like, oh, it's set up. Is then he was becoming more like a truther.
Right.
Someone saw a conspiracy theorist, and he ended up dead.
Right.
It's all, dude, it's all made up. It's
Yeah.
all made up. But you said it like, oh, I listened to the rock song, it got me hyped up. That's
Yeah.
what music does. It influences you.
Yeah.
Now look at all these like gangster rappers that were getting paid to they were being directed to act a certain way. They were promised a lot of things. Look at how many of them went to fucking TV movies.
Right.
Snoop,
Yeah.
like all these guys, Ice Cube, Ice T.
Yeah.
They were
You're right.
all
You're
they
right.
all graduated to that. They were promised that. They were
Yeah.
promised the riches and the glamour as long as you did it our way.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, right?
It is crazy.
So just think about all that kind of shit, man.
I will. Let's take a commercial break and then come back on some other topics. What do you think?
You wanna cut it right there?
I
I
think let's
don't
take
think
a
I
commercial break.
I mean, I don't think I have anything else to say about it. I mean, I'm trying to remember if I do or not. Do
That's
you
what
have
I'm saying.
anything?
That's what I'm
Do you have
saying.
any?
Let's take a commercial break and then we'll hop into some new topics.
Yeah, but you sure you don't want to talk about more like the rap and how it went
I
down?
think I think you nailed everything, Mike.
You think I did?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it personally. I think you took good
Okay.
control of it.
All right. Well, then like we'll take a quick commercial break, and then I'll just leave it with this: Kanye West. He's not as crazy as people think he is,
He's crazy though. He is crazy though.
but he is a little nuts. But it's not wrong. We'll be right back on the Mix Up Podcast.
You're blind.
All right, welcome back to the Mix It Up Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. Nick, what else,
Oh,
man? What else we got to talk about?
we got to talk about a lot of stuff it seems, but I want to
That's
jump to I want to jump to this book which I've talked about before. Let the Door Kick You in the Ass. I started working on it. I started coloring all these images in. So this is one of the pages. This book is about just like one-liner quirky shits, but they're supposed to make you think,
mm-hmm.
and they're illustrated in a very simple format because I'm a very simple man and I don't really know how to fucking illustrate any better than this. So this one, for instance, goes, free will doesn't exist, or does it? And this guy goes, here's Will, here's his free will trapped up in a box over here.
Okay.
How much for this one? Oh, that one there? That's free. And the guy says, don't you sass me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what it means, but I wrote it.
Listen, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're looking at your background, the stick figures look exactly like you, both of them. Like it's fucking spooky. It's like you drew yourself,
Yeah.
only in like stick figure form. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I was gonna make like all the stick figures are like that. They all look like me. They're just bald people. They're just bald white guys. So they're me. They're pretty much me just talking to me.
Yeah, they fucking are you.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this book up pretty soon and get it out there. And I got a bunch of projects that I'm just gonna just knock out
Yep.
so that if I die, I'm okay with it. Like there's a few things that are like
Like that.
when people say, "Oh, would you be happy and would you be happy with your life if you died?" If I made like there's like seven more things that I need to do in my life, and I'd be happy to die. I'd be okay with it.
That's a pretty long list. you know,
No, but they're all like
they minor shit.
they're not minor to me. They're major to me. There's this book. There's another book. It's called Jump. That's like a novel kind of thing, but it's based upon my life. But it's built into I make it like a story.
Okay.
Um, the whole thing is about making it's a depressed guy that's on. He's basically it starts off like this: depressed guy standing on the Metro North platform, thinks that nothing can get better, and he wants to jump. He could jump. So it goes like,
Okay.
maybe things will get better, or he could just jump and kill himself, fucking end it. And then at the end or
Smart.
towards the end of the book, he's faced with the same predicament. So he self improves himself, and then the ultimate thing here is he wants to quit his job, okay, and become a writer. That's the whole fucking premise of the book, and he's faced again with the decision to jump or not, and
Okay.
this time he does jump, but he jumps backwards away from the train and says, fuck this. I'm not going down to Manhattan anymore. I'm not going to this fucking dead end job. He quits his job and then becomes a writer. So that's the whole fucking book. So yes, spoiler alert, I just
Spoiler
gave it
alert.
away. But there's stuff in between, obviously, which make the book up. But I want to finish that up. I wrote a play, which I need to like just tidy up, and I want to put that into fruition, and
What's
a
the
piano
what,
album. I'm a
what's the
piano.
play? What's the play about?
The play is called Flying Free. It's about a musician who gets Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig's disease. And he's like just gaining success, and then he has to stop playing professionally, and he talks to his friend, and his friend's like, why don't you become a teacher? Why don't you become a music teacher? At least you can do something like that. Becomes
Yeah.
a music teacher. Is blown away by this kid that has an amazing voice, like a kid that's brought up in a shitty fucking household, so he doesn't have any confidence, and he works with him. He works with him. He's a little wise ass kid, and eventually, like something happens where I don't know, his mother's like neglects him and shit like that, and he gets the mother put in jail to save the kid. Eventually, the kid finds out, tells him to go fuck himself, basically, and the teacher, the musician starts really like becoming like feeling like the effects of ALS, and it's based on this and apparently, like, he's been teaching this kid how to sing and shit, and he's supposed to do this
Yeah.
spring fling recital thing. And it all comes together, like an 80s movie. But it's all based on this song Flying Free, which I heard when I was in third grade. And it's by Don Bessig. It's
Uh-huh.
one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life. And in third grade, I just, for some reason, I started crying in the middle of class because it reminded me, like, my dog died, and
Oh,
it reminded me of my dog. And the first line, it's like, there is a place I call my own where I could stand by the sea. It's like the most beautiful fucking song of all time. And a few years ago, I have it in my phone, in my notes. It was like things that I wanted to do, and one of them said, uh, write a play
what?
based on Flying Free, the song. So
Okay.
I did. I wrote the play, and that's what it is. It's like 90 to like 95% way of the way there. It's like songs that I have to finish up writing and just tidy things up, and then
I got an idea for the
good.
play, for the end of the play.
Yeah,
At the end of the play, all the actors take a bucket of ice and do the ice bucket challenge at the
that'd
end.
be cool. That'd be cool, actually.
Right?
Yeah,
See? I should be
yeah,
one. I should be an actor. Yeah,
should
I'll
be.
say.
You could you could be the little black kid that sings.
Okay, I can do it. I'll fucking get on my knees and just pretend I'm like Webster and shit.
Yeah,
Fucking start
exactly.
singing.
Yep,
I'm ready for it, man. I can do it.
I know you
Long
can.
as, long as Puff Daddy ain't your executive producer. So I gotta ask you this, man. You had some fucking crazy dream about like Franklin D. Roosevelt,
Oh
right?
my God. Yeah, I've
And then
had crazy dreams.
like this is just like crazy. And then like you went to this motherfucker's house. Like I've
I
never
did.
had a dream about somebody that like I gotta go to this nigga's house. Hey, let me go right now. And you just showed up and he knocked it on fucking Frankie D. Roosevelt's door.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
listen, Lima Bean Uson is definitely gonna enjoy these because, he texted me the other day, Lima Bean. He was like, Nick, I really enjoy your podcast. I'm the number one fan. He didn't say that, but he said he was concerned about one episode where I talked about selling gold in a dream. Do you remember that? Because I can't
Yeah, I
fucking
do.
remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
What the fuck was it about? Because I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we were talking about, but yeah, I remember you saying that. I forgot what episode. It was recent. It was kind of recent.
I don't remember it. He said it was like 3 episodes ago, but I
Yeah,
can't
it
remember it.
was
I gotta
recent.
listen back. So,
Like
all
and
right.
subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. So this dream is the craziest dream probably that I've ever had in my life. Even though I've had dreams that they were premonitions, so those are pretty crazy. But this dream is fucking insane. So I dreamt that I don't remember the basis of how this idea came into my head. Like the Roosevelts, it was Teddy Roosevelt, I think.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
was like, "Oh, Teddy Roosevelt is related to you," and or maybe it was FDR.
Mhm.
And the year 1790 just popped into my head. No fucking idea. I woke up. There was other pieces of the dream. I was like, I should write this down right now, but I'm not going to be able to get to sleep if I fucking write it down. I'm going to grab my phone. And I was like, just remember FDR 1790. And I just kept replaying it in my head. 1790, FDR, FDR, 1790. So in my, while I was laying down, I was like, but FDR or Teddy Roosevelt, they weren't born in 1790. They didn't live in the 1700s, right? They were late 1800s, 1900s. So
Yeah.
I looked it up, and then the next morning I typed in Roosevelt 1790, and Isaac Roosevelt, who is FDR's grandfather, was born in 1790, and he was born in New York, Hyde Park, right, upstate New
Yeah.
York. So I was like, I have to go. So their house is a national, like a historic fucking landmark. So I went there. We went there, and I was like, I have to go visit this fucking house, right? So we were there, fucking like looking through they do tours and shit. Dude, here's the
Yep.
best part. We show up there 3 minutes before the next tour, so it was boom, and they go, I guess, like every hour. So it was like, all right, we go there, chilling in this tour. Then this dude was like hanging back, and I had to talk to the tour guide. I had to tell her the dream. I was like, so I told her, I was like, listen, I don't know why we're here right now, but I had this crazy dream. This is why we're here. So the guy mentioned Isaac. So there's one person, Mike, this guy, Mark, is left over talking to the tour guide.
Mhm.
And he starts talking about Isaac Roosevelt. And I'm like, dude, he's like, I don't know if he was the great great grandfather, blah, blah, blah. And I had my facts fucked up at this point. I was like, no, it's the great great grandfather. I just looked it up and this, that, and the other thing. He's like, all right. So he starts walking with us. And then he's like, oh, but the cemetery is right down the street with some of the Roosevelts. So I'm like, all right, we got to go check this out.
Oh
We
shit.
show up to the fucking cemetery and we found fucking Isaac Roosevelt's tombstone, man, his grave.
That's wild.
1790 birthday on there,
That's
right?
wild. Yeah. You should have
How
dug him up
insane
right
is
there.
that?
You should
What?
just dug him up. It's probably
No.
gold under there.
What
Gold.
is the meaning of it though?
I don't know. It's fucking strange. It's a very strange. I kind of wish it wasn't a historic place. I kind of wish it was just like his kid's house or some shit. And he just fucking showed up. It would have made the fucking story great if you just like, I gotta look around.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. Like it's a
But
weird dream to have and to see the date. Very strange.
then so it was on a church property, right? There's St. James Episcopal Church. So we walked to the church. The church was open. Door was open. Nobody's in there. We opened another door. We go in there, and there was two palms for Palm Sunday sitting on a pew, as if they were meant for me and Kayla to be there or something like that, calling us like, "This is why you're here." I don't know. Go back to church or something like that.
Weird. Yeah, yeah. Listen, yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe you got to get more spiritual. I told you I got
Yeah,
it with that
yeah,
recently. Especially in a time like this, we're seeing a lot of crap come out. It should be
yeah.
good and evil. But then you left out the one of the best parts of the story. You bought this motherfucker socks. You like with his
I
face
did,
on.
dude.
That's
So
crazy.
we're leaving the gift store, and I saw Franklin Delano Roosevelt socks, and I'm like, I need to buy those because they're game changers. So I didn't buy them right away. Instead, I see these fucking sweet shades. I'm like, I'm gonna buy these instead, like an idiot. So I left there and I was like, nah, I gotta go back. I have to buy these
Okay.
socks. You know, when something's like, you have to do this, something's telling
Yeah.
you have to do this. So I had to go back and fucking buy these socks. So I bought these bad boys. I'm gonna be rocking FDR socks.
You know what I got on my feet right now?
What? What?
Sam Adams socks. I don't know
Sick.
why. I don't know why I
Sick.
fucking got Sam Adams on.
Sick.
It's fucking crazy what we're doing right now.
Hmm.
We dress weird. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, man. Definitely
So
interesting.
there's more to the FDR story here, though. But so my grandfather was a big collector, and he stumbled upon a ton of things back in his day, and he has binoculars of FDR that he found on some property, and I'm not going to be able to know now because my grandfather's not here anymore, but
Right.
he was on a piece of property where FDR lived, and it had to be this place. The thing is, there was in his story, he was walking around and there was water. There was a body of water. The Hudson it's right near the Hudson, but you have to take a hike there. It could be the Hudson River, what she was talking about, but he stepped like in some water and there was something underneath his foot and it was near a bench, right? And he picked up his foot and there was binoculars. So he put them in his pocket and he um he later found out that it says FDR inscribed on one of the lenses. So I told my brother this story about like the dream and stuff. He was like, "That's crazy." He was like, "Maybe Poppy like guided you there for some reason." Dude, somebody guided me to this place for some reason, man.
Well, listen, I think you gotta ask the that medium that
Yeah,
me and you are gonna see in
yeah.
April. We're gonna
Oh yeah.
see them in like what, a couple weeks, right?
Couple. I'm very excited about that.
So that's got to be one of the questions you got to ask. I'm going there with my normal blankness. I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm like, you tell me what you
Yeah.
see in me, what you feel around me. I want to know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be total blank when I go see this medium. I want to see
Well, I
what
don't think I don't think we do ask questions. She tells
he
you
just tells
what's
you.
going on.
I'm
Yeah,
sure he could
like
ask a few, right?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. But you
You
don't
know,
want to. You don't want to ask questions.
no, you want,
She's a
yeah,
yeah. She's a psychic as well, but this is just medium. And I guess maybe if something was, if she was something really drawn to something, she would tell you. But
yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah, I
but
get, yeah, it's definitely very exciting shit to do.
yeah. So I don't know. The dream was crazy. The year boggles my mind. It could have been any year, 1763, and nothing would have came up for Roosevelt. You know what I mean? Like just who knows, man? Maybe I was Isaac Roosevelt in another life. Who knows?
You don't know
Who
when you're
knows?
past. Yeah, you could have been anything back in the day. you know,
No, maybe I really was. To have a dream that says you are
reincarnation like
related
that.
to the Roosevelts with a date 1763. fucking 90, Mike.
Yeah, dude, maybe. I mean, think about it, how close that is.
Yeah.
It's pretty close here in the Northeast, in New York.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now here's another dream that I had, which is fucking bizarre. I told you about the lion dream. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay. I had a dream that I'm at work, a lion, oh no, a cheetah. It looked like a lioness, but in my head it was a cheetah. A cheetah shows up with another cheetah head in its mouth. But just picture more of a lioness because that's what it was. And then the lioness is looking back to see if anybody else is coming for it. Like it's like, oh, I have this is my food or whatever. So then that thing takes off and another lioness shows up and this one's coming after me. Okay.
Okay.
So I go up onto like these stacks and I'm trying to close the garage door, doesn't, is not able to leave. I'm not able to capture it. And then it's running out and I try to do it again. And that was it. It was over. The thing was inside. Now, two of my coworkers decide, Allison and Kayla decide to fucking come out towards the cheetah. And I'm screaming to them, don't fucking come out. Don't fucking get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And in my dream, I felt the pain where like I feel like maybe I have a hernia. I felt it in my dream as if I was putting so much pressure down, screaming at them to try to fucking save them from the cheetah that I felt it in my dream. And I'm like, just get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Then then the cheetah goes around and like then Kayla calls me at work and goes, um, big left, which is Allison, big left. She got that 85K, meaning she found a job for eighty five
Oh
thousand
yeah.
dollars. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I go, is where's John, our boss? She's like, he's upstairs. I was like, get him on the phone, tell him to shut his door and don't fucking come down here. Because so the cheetah didn't fucking eat him. And
It's crazy.
that was a fucking dream, man. I know there's some serious fucking depth to that dream. I know that for a fucking fact.
You gotta examine that one out. So I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
I tried to examine it. Like cheetah dreams are like about change and like swift response and change to things. Um, and but the fact that like the cheetah had another cheetah's head in its mouth and then another cheetah came after. I don't know. There's so much going on in that fucking dream, man. But
A lot.
I've been having these vivid dreams every single night, man, and I like them. I like
Yeah,
them a
it
lot.
seems that you do because you call me at like 7:30 in the morning. It's like, yo, you gotta hear this. I'm like, I just want to get to work, Nick. I don't need to hear about you watching Jim Carrey movies on YouTube and then something happens
Oh
with him.
yeah,
Oh, like
that's right.
what happened with that one? Like,
Oh, that's a good one. Holy shit. I
are you really watching YouTube Jim Carrey? Is that real life or is that part of the dream?
no, that was just real life now.
Okay.
Okay. So I was in the bathroom at this point and I was watching a video of this is how it all started. Watching a video of
Taking a shit,
um
watching a
taking a
video.
shit. Always gotta watch videos when you're taking a shit. James Vanderbeek. Okay. Yeah.
Dawson's Creek, motherfucker.
Dawson's Creek.
What's that
So
motherfucker doing in
I
here?
just happen I don't follow him on anything, but now I do because of this. He's talking about like deep shit, like relationships and how you got to struggle, fight through them and like
Right.
how to be happy in life and shit. And I said to myself, these rich people, um, once they become rich, they don't have to care about money anymore, and they open their fucking minds to truth and the reality of the fucking thing. You know what I mean? They're able to see past certain things. They don't have to worry about the bullshit anymore. That's all gone. That's behind them. Like Forrest Gump said, we don't have to worry. One last thing we have to worry about, about money, right?
Mhm.
If you don't have to worry about money, you don't have to worry about fucking really anything. You have your health, you have all this shit. There's other things you have to worry about, but like that's the main thing. You don't have to work for
Don't
a dollar, which contains your whole, you know what I mean? Your whole day is to make money, basically, right?
don't listen to Tom Hanks, that perv, by the way. Fucking weird.
So, so I came out of the bathroom and I just sat down and I don't remember what we started watching, me and Kayla, and then like a motivational thing, and then Jim Carrey pops on. Oh no, and before that, I was like, it's funny how these people, I was like, James Vanderbeek, this guy, and I'm like Jim Carrey. People think they're like crazy or whatever, but they have these realizations when they don't have to worry about money anymore. And then we're watching something, and then a Jim Carrey thing comes on. It's like 10 minutes long of him talking about how he's got, you let go and you have to be in the moment, this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
and I had to prop my cell phone up on the table, and I prop it up with an Eckhart Tolle book, which I've mentioned a number of times on this podcast. This book has changed my life. It has turned me into way less of an angry person because it makes you take a step back and realize, and I've mentioned this plenty of times on here, the situation, and you are not your emotions.
Mhm.
Your emotions are how you're letting yourself react to situations. If you could take a step back and say, okay, I don't have to get angry at this situation because that's not actually me.
Yes.
The guy changed my life. So Jim Carrey, about, I don't know, a minute and a half into the thing, mentions fucking Eckhart Tolle. Okay. He mentions him, and my book by him is holding up the fucking phone.
That's pretty crazy. But that wasn't a dream. This is
No,
just
that was
real
real
life
life.
shit.
That was real life.
Jim Carrey has a good couple like motivational speeches he gave to like college kids.
Yeah.
If you want to look them up, it's pretty good if you take the
Yeah.
time.
No, he does. He is down. So he is on another wavelength nowadays. He's, you know what I mean? He is.
He
He
is.
is. He is on
He's a
another
painter.
wavelength.
He paints,
Yeah.
so he does a lot of that shit.
I'm curious to see what Lima Bean Uso thinks about him because I feel like they are very similar to a degree with their mannerisms. Like Jim doesn't smile much in his interviews and stuff. And I feel like Lima didn't smile much either when we would talk to him on the pod, but I feel like they're on a different wavelength, you
Yeah.
know? But Jim also talks about suffering and stuff. And I think Lima spoke of suffering too. That's one thing where I kind of, you know, differentiate with them. I don't think you need to suffer. You know, we've all seen suffering, and suffering does bring about different mindsets, right? Like stuff that happened to me, if it didn't happen to me in my life, I wouldn't be here right now talking about this stuff. I'd probably be in a fucking white picket fence house with fucking four kids and a Lambo. You know what I mean? Like playing basketball with Michael Jordan, that kind of shit.
Boring.
And
Right.
no, but like, and now I'd have a midlife crisis. Like, what the fuck am I? You don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know.
You don't know.
But that's the life that was set up for me. You know, maybe not the fucking a mansion, but that's what I thought.
Hmm.
But you have to awaken at some point if, you know, deep shit or dark shit happens to you. You do, you know? But I don't think you have to suffer and sit in that suffering forever in order to
Rise
see.
above or something.
Yes, because like monks, I don't think they suffer. I think they're just so wise. Like like those guys are fucking
I
wise, man.
I think because they're more disciplined
Yes, discipline.
than a lot of other people. They can discipline themselves into being that
Yeah.
state of being. You
Yeah.
know, I think that's where the power lies. I think
Right.
everybody has the capability to change their outlook, their thought process.
Hmm.
They just got to remind themselves, like, hey, this is how I'm going to be. I could literally, change my mindset, my attitude. I think
Right.
people have the capabilities to do that. I just don't think we practice it or know how to achieve it.
Right.
You know, that's why
Yeah.
people look for different religions and look for et cetera like that, or go on YouTube looking up motivational fucking tactics, or looking up other. People are always we're always curious. We're always searching for something as human beings,
Yeah.
and I think if we find something that we like, as long as we ain't hurt nobody, you know what I mean. I think whatever works for you works for you. You know what I mean. I don't think
Yeah.
you force anything. That's why like people that try to force religion on, like people come knocking on my door, the Jehovah's Witness people, like, yo, get out of here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find what I want to find, and you know, how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm looking through all these fucking text messages and I had some other weird fucking dream too. I went crabbing and caught crabs that weren't even real, like lobsters and crabs. They were like metal and they weren't even real. They weren't real animals, but I looked at them and I was like, oh yeah, these are just, you know, that other fucking species of crabs. And then I caught a dolphin. Okay. And the dolphin was gigantic and it came out of the water and turned into. So there's this fucking creature, which I don't know the word. I have to look it up.
Look it up because I caught crabs once. Got rid of him. Just all he needed was a shot. Thanks, Doc.
Yeah. This thing is like one of the okay, it's a tardigrade. That's what it's called. Few organisms can live in any of these places, but the hardy tardigrade can survive them all. These tiny eight-legged creatures can endure the most brutal conditions: dehydration, freezing, boiling, crushing pressure, and even radiation in outer space. Okay.
Wow.
These tardigrades can fly on ice in outer space, come down through the atmosphere, burn up, and fucking land on planet Earth and survive here.
That's wild.
This is what the dolphin turned into, a tardigrade that was gigantic though. And it came over to me and it was blue and it had a hook in its mouth and I thought it was gonna fucking kill me. But instead it let me pet it and I took the hook out.
It's great.
You Mike, look this thing up. Look what a tardigrade looks like. TARD
Hard.
TARDIGRAD. This is the thing that came out of the water.
All right. Let me. Ew.
Yeah.
That shit looks disgusting. I don't even know
Yep.
what the fuck I'm looking at.
This thing is so tiny.
It looks like a porpoise got lit on fire, and that's what he looks like now.
Yeah.
It's
It's
horrible.
it's 0.3 millimeters. It's a little fucking nothingness. But
Some of
like,
the some of the things that come up in the tardigrade is like, is why is the tardigrade immortal? Can a
dude,
tardigrade be killed? This is insane.
yeah. So I had a dream about that thing. A dolphin. I caught it and then I let it go. And I thought it was gonna kill me.
Yo, if I seen one of those things walking towards me, I would have fucking kicked that thing in its, I don't know, mouth, I guess it is. I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck that is. That
I
shit.
petted it on its little nose mouth.
Yeah, of course you did.
I
Should
don't
have
know
bit
what's going on.
bit your fucking hand off.
I don't know what's going on anymore with these dreams, Mike, but it's
That's
pretty
wild.
cool.
Like you were talking about shit that's falling from the sky. And this this is a segue into like the next topic. Because we always talk about like chemtrails and shit like that.
Yeah.
So we got to shout out the Tennessee Senate. I'm thinking about I really should move to Tennessee. So basically, they passed a bill on chemtrails conspiracy theory.
Really?
Republican Senator Steve Sutherland has successfully introduced a bill in the Senate that highlights concerns regarding the potential for geoengineering experiments conducted by the federal government within Tennessee's borders.
Wow.
So these experiments involve intentionally dispersing chemicals into the atmosphere. So basically, like chemtrails, the
Yeah.
proposed legislation aims to prohibit such activities in the state of Tennessee. So good for that fucking conspiracy theorist. He don't want shit fucking spraying on his people in his state. And you know
Wow.
what? I mean, we need more Republicans in the fucking Senate because he obviously knows, like, all right, what the fuck? Because now you're seeing, like, according to like a research group at Harvard University that specialize in climate, science and technology.
Yeah.
Opponents of these people, like they see like things like sterilization happening,
Mm.
reduced life expectancy,
Hmm.
mind control, weather manipulation.
Yeah.
This is all part of it, So, tops off the Tennessee Senate, man. That's huge. That's huge.
Yo,
Step in the right
all,
direction.
all the people that shit on you when you come up with a quote unquote conspiracy theory, they deserve they deserve to be lined up in the city, but they don't deserve to get their penises chopped off. They just deserve to get lined up and slapped across the face.
But they're part of like they're part of the agenda people. That's what they do. They
Yeah.
try to make you seem crazy.
Yeah.
When you're just like you're actually doing your own research. You're not telling you what's being thrown at you from your television set. You're going down the rabbit holes. You're looking on YouTube videos where they can't censor a lot of this shit.
Right.
On not even on YouTube, on BitChute too. There's like the truth is out there. You just gotta really like, find it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, you know what the funny thing is though? When when you come up with a conspiracy theory, I feel like, well, when you talk about it to people, I feel like the conspiracy theorist doesn't try to like force it down anybody's throat. They just come out like, no, 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 man. Like,
Yes.
just do some research on it. Like, think about it. But the people that are so against it make you feel like such a fucking moron and are so close-minded to it all that like,
Yes,
you
because they're
know?
brainwashed. They're fucking brainwashed. They're they're taught a certain way, and this is it. They can't
Yeah,
expand their mind, or they're so scared that we're right, or the truthers are right with a lot of this shit. And they're like, "Oh my god, I can't live in a world like that." That
right.
has something to do with it too.
Or maybe they're just so book smart and just not like if it's not proven in a book or the news says it or it's just it's false. Like, come on. I mean,
Oh man,
we thought that the fucking Earth was the center of the universe back in the day. People
that's
died over that shit. People were killed to say that it wasn't.
yeah, that's nuts, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, back then it was. Nowadays, you just get ridiculed, like, "Oh, it's flat Earth.
Hmm.
Crazy. What do you just go to the end and just fall off the fucking face of the planet?"
Dude, I watched this guy the other day say on like Instagram or TikTok, "Oh, I don't think that the Earth is flat. I know that the Earth is flat." And this motherfucker went on this scientific tangent, and I was like, I don't know if he's making sense or not, but like he was so adamant about it. And the funny thing is, my on this "Let the Door Kick You in the Ass" book, one of the things goes, "Who cares if the Earth is flat around unless you plan on trying to jump off the edge of it?" Right?
It's true.
What difference does it fucking make if it's flat around? You're still on it. You're not getting off of it. Like, who
Yeah.
cares? You know?
Well, the truthers, I should say, um, they believe that it is flat. The world is flat, and if you try to go like up into Antarctica, you're going to be able to get through a passageway to get to the world that we don't get to see. So basically, it's on the same. We're on the same place,
Yeah.
not going to another planet. We're on the same planet. It's just another part of the planet that people don't get to see. So that's why they have like if you travel to Antarctica, there's literally a spot where you're not allowed to go any further.
Mhm.
So the truthers are like, well, what's out there then? Why aren't we allowed to see up there? It's the
Right.
same thing like going to Area 51 in Nevada. Why can't we see what the fuck's going on there?
Yeah.
Why are there all these weird lights at nighttime, like around that area? So
Yeah.
eventually, like all this shit, just like the P. Diddy thing, it's all gonna come to the surface. We're gonna hear more and more about this. And the conspiracy theorists that were getting made fun of for a long time are gonna be like, oh shit, they were right about a lot of shit, you know.
Right.
When you hear whispers and shit coming out, all of a sudden, like, hey, shit becomes like real. And then, a lot of people are going to be shaken by this because if you look at like the music industry with all the devil worshiping and all that fucking shit that goes on and all these fucking videos, you see it really clearly today than you did back in the day. I mean, this
Mhm.
shit is it's really crazy. Just watch just look up some crazy fucking Lady Gaga, Katy Perry fucking music videos, and you'll see the fucking devil worshiping in it. I'm telling you, it's right there.
Do your own research, people, as Mike likes to say, because a lot of times I do the research after Mike says shit, and I look at it and I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't really agree with you on this one, Mike. Like
Some stuff I might get a little crazy.
the Katy Perry one, where Mike's like, she's praying for like the devil to help her. She's basically just having an asthma attack. She's like, Jesus Christ, someone help me, I'm dying. Mike's like, yeah, she's like
Nope.
praying for the
Nope.
devil to help.
Oh, she wanted the devil. That's how it works.
Yeah,
That's how it works in Hollywood.
Holly weird.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that fucking the truth
The
about the
truth.
whole situation, about these gangster rap, the hip hop, the
Yep.
music industry, all those fucking sick fucks that are out there that are part of it. They're part of the fucking problem. Just look at all the fucking kid actors, kid musicians that came up. Look at how fucked up they got. And you got to wonder why, oh, it's just the limelight. No, it's more to it than just the limelight and being famous. There's a lot of other crazy shit that people don't know about. You're gonna start fucking hearing.
Right.
Anything else before we go and leave this podcast tonight? We went
Um,
for about an hour.
I mean, there is some stuff on here, but I mean, it's up to you if you want to talk about it. I mean, we all know about the Moscow incident. We don't.
Yeah, I think that's kind of old news, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up. Stop doing stuff like this, guys. peace on earth. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
you had Lego and pig kidneys.
All right. Well, all right, I could talk about like the Lego and the pig kidneys. Well, which one do you want to hear about first, Nick? Lego
Well,
or pig kidneys?
well, I'm kind of hungry, so talk about pig kidneys.
Oh, you want to hear? Well, actually, it's actually a pretty good story about pig kidneys.
Okay.
So, and I was thinking about Nate Robinson when
Okay.
this came to mind because actually anybody that knows Nate Robinson, ex Nick, ex softball player of ours, good guy. He's going through a rough time with his kidneys. He needs a kidney transplant. Uh,
Shit.
he's since he was on the Knicks. I think he found out from Knicks doctors back in like 2006, 2007, and he kept it a secret for a very long time. And they just started
Wow.
talking about it recently because he didn't, he's a very upbeat person. You've ever seen him, very like, friendly, always like high spirit. And I think he got that because like, oh shit, like, your kidneys are going to fail one day. You're going to die if you don't get a kidney transplant. And I think it changed to where he wanted to like, enjoy life
Right.
more. And then, knowing him for a while, you kind of see him and you always hear about like if people like go through something bad, like like a death sentence or close to death, near death
Yeah.
experience, they come out of it where with a better zest for life. It sucks that some people need that. I'm not saying Nate did or not, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like maybe other people, unfortunately need it like that.
Yeah.
I think more people just gotta get up every day and be like, hey, I want to have a fucking zest for life. You know what I mean? I don't need anything bad to happen for me to enjoy it and be appreciated. What's around. You know. But anyway, like he's going through a tough time. He's looking for a kidney. So if anybody got an extra kidney, so basically surgeons in Boston, right? They transplanted a kidney from a genetically engineered pig. So
Okay.
the pig was created in a lab, and they put this fucking kidney into a 62-year-old man, and
Wow.
this is the first of its milestone. And the new kidney began producing urine like shortly after surgery, like almost instantly.
Hmm.
That's huge, and
Wow.
he hasn't rejected the pig kidney. I mean, listen, I've rejected a couple pigs in my life. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But my man kept this fucking pig kidney, and they're attached at the hip. You know what I mean? They're not
Yeah.
going anywhere, so it's working for him.
Well, that's
Congratulations
great.
on that. Yeah,
That's amazing.
that is pretty cool.
And how about Lego?
Well, this is like a little bit of a dark one. Um,
Oh God.
it's well, so basically, like, there's an agenda going around where if a suspect, like a criminal suspect, is of a certain race, color, creed, whatever you want to call it, they don't want to put their pictures up in the paper or online. So you see them get carried away in handcuffs, right? And instead of seeing their face, they put little Lego characters in place of their face. So if you're watching
Interesting.
on YouTube, I don't know if you could see this, but kind of look like you see I don't know if you can really see it,
No.
but they're like little Lego face people. It's just they're yellow. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what they're using to hide the criminal's identity. Now, why are you hiding the criminal identity for? Unless you're just trying to be like that politically correct bullshit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's that about? If you're a criminal, I don't care what color you are, white, black, whatever. Show the fucking criminal.
Right.
Stop just because he might be black, Spanish, whatever. Um, I mean, it's really. I'll be honest. They're just doing it for black criminals. Apparently, on this thing, they just don't want to see it. If it's a white person, they're gonna show it for some fucking strange reason.
Mhm.
Just do all the Legos for it. Every criminal just make Legos now from
Yeah.
now on. Why are you like, trying to sugarcoat shit? If criminals are criminals, they're criminals. Like, who gives a fuck? It's a really dumb narrative that's getting pushed around that they're scared to like you know, tell people's race or whatever. Like if you see like a suspect in the news, right, and they kidnap somebody
Yeah.
and they'll just say a man about 6 feet tall and they won't give any fucking description. So like, who am I looking for?
Right.
Like describe them,
Yeah.
they just won't do it. And it's very frustrating, not just for like normal people, like but it's frustrating for like law enforcement that are like trying to do a job out here.
Right.
And you're pandering to criminals just based on like race or religion or creed, whatever you want to fucking say. It's just it's so fucking suspicious. It's fishy. Like just be like we always say out here, just be truthful. Just say it how it is. You're
Right.
not gonna hurt anybody's fucking feelings if you just say it how it is.
Just
That's
tell it
all.
how it is. Just the facts. Tell it how it is.
The facts will never do you wrong. You could come up with stats. All the stats come out. Whatever the stats say, it's true. You can't argue with stats.
Yeah.
If it's the truth, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Stop making fucking Lego people. It's weird.
Just a quick little thing before we go off. I'm sure you've seen like there was the bridge that fell down today.
Yeah. Yeah, this morning. The bolt in
That
Baltimore, right?
yeah, that's pretty crazy. So hopefully, I mean, there was people missing. I mean, that's insane, man. Imagine
My worst nightmare.
one beam gets taken out. Some people fucking are afraid of bridges. You know what I mean? Now they
I'm
will never go on a bridge again.
Dude, I have to go every Friday for my job, and I swear to God, every time I'm on that bridge, I think about it. I think about that shit happening. So once I start at the beginning of the bridge,
Yeah.
I floored it, bro. I'm off that bridge in fucking 5 fucking seconds. I was also
Crazy.
thinking about just bringing like a life jacket every Friday morning, throwing a life jacket on, like a Marty McFly or some shit, right? Zip it all the way up, get in my car like I'm going swimming. Because you
Wow.
never know if that shit comes crumbling down, I got a life jacket.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm freeze to death, but at least I'll have a fucking fighting chance.
Dude,
That's like it's terrifying. That is fucking terrifying.
insane. Insane. The thing that confused me a couple things. Number one, imagine that happening. Imagine the fucking Tappan Zee gets shut down or the George Washington. Imagine the fucking traffic on that you would never be able to get to work.
Never.
Imagine the George Washington Bridge gets knocked the fuck down.
That's what we were worried about on 9/11. That was one of the things. They shut that bridge down.
Crazy.
It was, I mean, they shut everything down, but yeah, dude, yeah, it's fucking
Now,
crazy. But
if
this bridge
that,
in Baltimore was a fuck. It looked so old. It looked
I
like it
know.
was fucking like a million years old. Like they just never worked on it.
Yeah.
And you hit one fucking beam. I'm sure it was a big cargo fucking boat, and it knocked the shit out of it and was down within a couple minutes after it knocked that fucking steel beam. But still, like, yo, you need some more support there, bro. The
Yeah.
fuck?
If you knock into the Tappan Zee Bridge, even the old one, like one of the beams, the whole bridge isn't fucking falling down.
No, definitely not. Definitely fucking not.
Just the one section might come down. But like it looked like it was made out of an erector set. Like we made it. Like, all right,
Yeah.
this bridge is good now. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
Yeah. Like last year, me and Nick went and we built that bridge. Like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what'd you use? Like steel beams? Nah, plastic. It was cheaper. Like, that's why you got such a good deal on this fucking bridge.
Plastic and glue.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we kind of fucked that spot. So I had to run to Home Depot, got some duct tape, and I just fucking duct taped the fucking bottom of this. So you should be all right, you know? Yeah, tons
So,
of fucking steel trunks going over. It's fine.
did you at least use super gorilla glue? Like, nah, man, we used Elmer's. It's
Elmer's.
good. It's
Elmer's
good.
all day. It's fucking
Yeah.
99 cents. What's that bridge made of? Elmer's? Yes. It's made of Elmer's.
Fucking shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, not like listen, don't disrespect. We're just joking around, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
scary. It'd be like imagine driving on the bridge and then your car just fucking like goes down.
Crazy.
Originally, they thought like in the beginning, it's like, oh, it's a terrorist attack, but it wasn't a terrorist attack. The what happened, the power went off in this boat twice.
Yeah.
And you know what? When a boat is going in like and you try to turn it, that you can't just turn a boat that heavy within an instant. It's just like it was like the perfect storm. It hit that fucking one spot instead of going under. Unfortunately, it happened at what, like 3 or 4 in the morning or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. So that's why I always think like I'll bring like life jackets with me when I go over bridges. And I always thought if I go on an airplane and it's going down, why not just wear a parachute as my carry-on?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody be so scared that I just like, y'all later, guys. And I just fucking jump right out the hole that's already in the plane, you know?
Oh shit.
And I just go down with my GoPro.
That'd be
Oh
sick.
shit, look at that. Like, I'm good though,
You're right.
but then I fall to the ground and the plane just crashes right on top of me. That would suck.
Yo, that is genius, man. Everybody should have a parachute as their fucking carry-on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that is a genius fight. You think it's just comedy. It's not
Yeah.
fucking comedy when imagine being the one guy that has a parachute on. It'll be like people would attack me knowing I
Oh
had a
yeah.
parachute, or they would try
Yeah.
to like grab my legs.
Yeah.
Then I would have to kick them off because I only got one. It doesn't carry that kind of weight. It would
Right.
just bring me down, and then I have to like kick my friends off me. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's why I told you to bring a parachute. We were going to Cancun for a week, but you should have brought your parachute, buddy.
Died in a hang gliding accident. What an idiot. Oh, I'm hang gliding. Honey, take a good picture. I'm dead.
That the first sign of turbulence, you just open the emergency door and fucking dive
No,
out.
not even. I won't even open the door. I'll just fucking pull my chute. And that shit will just go right up in section C.
Yeah.
I was always ready. This guy was always ready. Yeah, everybody, instead of that little oxygen mask that you get pulled down in like turbulence,
Yeah.
we don't need that shit. Pack that shit with a parachute.
For real.
And then everybody just jump. I
Yeah,
mean, sure, there'll be like 150 people scattered throughout different neighborhoods. We'll fucking probably land on people's roofs and trees and shit. But hey, why not?
Yeah. You can underneath every seat is a life raft, and you could use your seat as a floating device. No, the seat should turn into a fucking parachute. You should be able to take that shit off the back and jump out. You're right. They should
Right.
all be parachutes instead.
Telling you, bro. Fucking telling you, man. We should patent this fucking idea.
For real.
We're patenting this. Nobody fucking else take this. We're going to every airline.
Yep.
We're gonna pitch them these fucking parachute ideas.
Hell yeah.
Or just make everything out of the black box always survives. Just make the chairs that are like put little black boxes, and we all go in our own like little black box, like coffins.
Yep.
And then whatever happens, we'll be all right.
You're
We'll
right.
have some food in there, some bottled water.
Yep.
Be able to take shits. And then if we have to live in our black box until they find us, God knows, like the black box like could be in the bottom of the ocean, but at least you have food and water and shit to survive for a little while until they find you.
It's true. You ain't wrong.
You could always learn something here on the Mix It Up podcast.
You're right. That's what we're here.
That's what we're here for. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I just want to say everything I said about P. Diddy and all those fucking people. I just want to use the word allegedly.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly, just because it's all true, but allegedly, I just got to put that out there.
Allegedly.
But you know what it is. 50 Cent knows.
Yep.
And with that, we are ending this podcast. We'll be back next week.
Yep.
Can't wait till your fucking book comes out, the new book. And, keep that ass tight out there, people. What else can I say?
And always remember, do it.
Win it.
And motherfucking
Crush it. Yeah. Peace out.
Sometimes the darkness shades the light. Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise, but I'll try.